What's going on, left-handed trigger finger? What's going on, Tim? Man, we're jumping now. Dang, we got 4 people watching already. Damn, you guys are animals. What's going on, Pest Hunter Outdoors? How's your night going? Yeah, this turned out really good. How's everybody's Friday night going? What you guys all up to? I know you're watching me, but what you guys do up until now? Just fought with the wife as usual. Ain't good. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna be on very long here tonight. Got a busy day tomorrow. Gotta go to a wedding, so figured maybe I'll be on for a few minutes here to see what everybody's up to and stuff. So what's going on there, Gunner 03? There's really no talk tonight. Really, I mean, it's more about I don't know. Kind of get myself set up for small game, squirrel hunting and stuff, and was plinking around tonight, doing that kind of stuff, and this was a 50-yard group. Man, my throat's kind of acting up here tonight. So this is on a video that YouTube doesn't want to monetize still as of today, because I uploaded it tonight. But there's a 3-shot group. right there at 55 yards out of little Ava. Using the Crosman Premier 14.3 hollow point, 2100 ragged, and 4 turns in. So it's not bad. I was aiming there just to see. Starting to get down my trajectory map here for the upcoming small game season. So that's what I've been doing today, or tonight I should say. Yeah, Tim, I already have that set up. Well, technically not really, because I haven't gone to the store to get that item, but hey, how's your night going? Tim, I plan on doing that opening day up here. Hope you have 20 pounds of peanut butter. No, I don't think I'm going to get that much. I don't think so. If someone wants to sponsor that hunt, then I will. Oh, if someone's running dogs for coyotes around here right now or something like that, because I've been hearing these dogs for the last like 2 hours now. Yeah, Tim, September 15th, you know that, so you better start counting now. I went back there, checked trail cams and stuff. I'm starting to get myself set up for that. So day by day, starting to really work on that. So we should see. But I think we're gonna be just fine for opening day. But I got a buddy of mine that's getting himself set up that I could go and hunt maybe that opening evening or whatever. I don't think I'm really gonna hunt opening morning as of now. I'm more thinking like the evening I should be hunting. Now Walter is he lives a whole different area than I do, so he's not gonna be around for that. I don't even know how many days we have until opener up here, but kind of get myself set up, and then had a trail cam set, and I just changed the batteries out in it. And during the summertime, guys, I don't really put the trail cam out in the backwoods, or anything like that. I kind of keep it up here, or half the time during the summer, I don't even put them out because it's like, I don't even care. But I ended up putting it out about a week ago and didn't put the card in until the following day. So I put the card in, come to find out that the batteries were dead in the trail cam. And so I changed out the batteries, I brought it back up, changed out the batteries, put fresh batteries in it, put it back out there over top of the pile, and ended up getting a few trail cam pics, and I'm like, okay, nothing's wrong. Well, the second day of me having it sitting back there, when I went back yesterday evening, to go take a look, to go pull the trail card off, because I have like 6 different trail cards. So what I do is I pull one out, I'll replace it with another one, look at that card, go through all the photos, delete the ones I don't want, and then save them to my phone so I can kind of get a rough idea. Well, I didn't do that day, so I said, well, screw it. You know, there's only a couple photos of some birds coming in, and so I left it. And yesterday afternoon, I went back there, and there's a claw mark into the camera. So it kind of tells me that something was messing around with me back there. What do you mean 12 dots under? 12 dots, no hold over or under. That's pretty good. How many turns are you in Aragon 03? Because I'm kind of jealous right now, guys. Like, our squirrel season is still far behind. But it's like James's season started, and I still got like a couple weeks out, I think 3-4 weeks out, something like that. Three turns in. So I got 4 different turns, or tunes right now, I should say. So 2 turns in with the Crosman. They're laser beam, yeah, they're shooting at low power, but they're accurate. That's my close range tune. Then I go up to 4 turns in, and they're pushing high 900s in my gun, which is fine. But then again, that's the problem, guys. So the more turns you go in, the more air you're going to use. So the main thing is, you kind of want to balance it out a little bit. And I'm kind of messing around with some other tunes right now, like not really just the hammer spring, but some regulator settings on the gun. I ended up turning it down or degassing it the other day, and that's the problem, guys. With the Avengers, if you want to turn the reg down, you gotta degas it. So I did, but I have a compressor. So it was an easy thing for me to do. Degassed it, turned the hammer spring in, and then just backed out a little bit, reset the reg, aired it up. As the compressor was airing it up, I went ahead and loaded up 4 mags, which is fine. But so what I did is, after I aired it up, and then I put it up the reg. I was working my way up with the regulator, and went down to the factory setting on my gun was like 1400-ish, which is fine. I mean, you can get a lot of shots out of it. But the thing is, when you go down to that low, you got to turn the hammer spring down. You can't have your hammer spring turned way up and your regulator even higher, because what it does is it's going to fight it, and something's going to eventually give on it. So what you got to do is you got to balance it, such as a scale. Let's say, for example, you put a brick on that side and you got a marble on that side. Well, guess what? That brick's going to lift up that marble and it's going to take it. So you got to do is you got to kind of balance it. And what I listen for is a ping noise, not a regular gunshot, but just that hammer and valve just hitting just perfect. That's what I listen for. I don't like to turn my hammer spring up if I have a low reg pressure, because what it does is, like I said, it's like a balance system. So I kind of work my way up. So if I start out as factory setting, which is my gun's 1400. So if I start at 1400, I'm gonna turn the hammer spring all the way down to 0. I'm gonna take some shots, and obviously at that setting, the projectile is gonna start wobbling or whatever, And then I say, okay, well that's fine. So then I take one whole turn on the hammer spring, and usually within the first two hammer springs from all the way backed out, and work my way in with the hammer spring, eventually you'll find that harmonic sound where you'll get from this to this, and that's what you want. Now I saw Tim comment there that it could wreck the gun if you have too high of reg pressure, or let's say you have too many turns on the hammer spring and you're at like that standard 1400 psi. Well, guess what? If your hammer spring's turned into 4 turns, what happens is you're fighting it, and that valve is giving you issues. So what you want to do is you kind of want to balance it out. So the lower the reg pressure is what I discovered, the lower the regulator. The higher the reg you go up, the more you could be turned in on the hammer spring. So right now I'm currently running 2100, and I've tested it, guys, off camera. So I started out with 0 at 2100, shot like crap. Went 1 turn in, still was shooting like crap. Went 2 turns, and it started flattening out at the standard 1800 reg pressure. Then I started boosting up the reg. I said, okay, now I'm starting to get some good groups going. Well, in my gun, I found out to be 2100 and 3 to 4 turns in is a sweet spot for the Crosman. But then tonight I went ahead and was shooting some JSB 1813s just to see, and I left it as is, and I shot them just to see what was going on. See if a 1813 grain JSB over a 14.3 Crosman, see what would happen. And I can tell you guys right now that the 1813s were shooting a lot higher. What was telling me was there was too much air bypassing the pellet when it was going down the barrel, and it was rising it. Where, like I said, guys, you kind of want to balance it out. You don't want too much on the reg, or hammer spring, I should say, and then low on the reg. You kind of want to get that, just that TP going, where, like I said, you put a cinder block on a piece of wood, and you put a marble on the other side. Well, guess what? That cinder block's gonna knock down the marble on the other log, or on the same piece. So that's what I kind of go off of, and then the harmonic sound I go off of. Which, I mean, Tim, I get what you're saying there. This is what kind of drives me nuts, guys, is because everybody wants the max power out of their guns, right? We all know it. They want to get that 900 plus 1,000 feet per second, which is fine. But my eyes is you don't really need it. You really don't. Many years ago, I was at one of our sporting goods stores. And long story short, basically, I was talking to this guy. And he tried to sell me a crossbow. And I said, man, I already have one. I'm happy with it. Well, he tried to sell me a Raven crossbow. That was new to the market then. And I started talking to him. I said, man, I don't really care about it. Like I heard some ups and downs with them. And purposely, he told me and my dad that speed kills, which is not true. He'd rather have the speed than accuracy. And this is where I take part in. I don't really care about speed. Personally, guys, if my gun's going to shoot 300 feet per second, such as Mike's guns down there, or up there in Canada, I don't care about speed personally, guys. All I care about is accuracy. I don't care if my gun's shooting at 600 feet per second, but the moment I squeeze that trigger, I want to make sure that projectile is going to hit where I'm aiming. I don't care about the speed. And purposely, this guy out of that Reagan crossbow, he said, oh man, you know, I've dropped deer at 75 yards with this crossbow. I looked at him, I said, oh, that's cool, you know, that you did that. He goes, this crossbow shoots 400 feet per second. I'm like, yeah, you know, and then he purposely asked, he goes, what's your crossbow shooting? I said, about 330. And he goes, oh, no, 330 doesn't kill. You need to go up to the 400 range. And I said, no, I'm sorry to tell you that, but no, I'm not going up that high. I said, how accurate are you? And he told me, he said, oh, you know, I could kill a deer at 75 yards. I said, okay, cool. You know, I don't care. And I didn't say that to the guy, but I said, oh, that's cool, you know. So this guy believed in the higher the speed, the more accurate the crossbow gun is, which is not true, guys. Literally is not true. What it does is it comes down to the right projectile and the right tune. And this guy tried to fib me on to buy one of these crossbows or one of these Raven crossbows to be able to get the max speed. I said, no, I don't need that. I said, I'm happy with my crossbow the way it is. It only shoots 330 feet per second, roughly. It's what its estimate to shoot was 330 feet, which it also depends on what arrow you're shooting or bolt and what broadhead you're using. So that's where I come down to is, I don't care if you guys want to shoot at 1,100, 1,200 feet per second, but here's the question. Is it accurate at that speed? Can you guys go ahead and aim at what you're wanting to and put a consistent group? And that's the thing, guys. Like, it drives me nuts to know that everybody's about the speed and they don't care about how accurate the projectile is. I'm more about having that projectile being accurate. Where I aim it is where it's going to shoot. I don't care, you know, once again, I don't care how fast the ammo's shooting, that bolt's shooting, stuff like that. So, I don't know, guys. It's up to, but, you know, that's who I am. So, you guys, you know, if you guys are happy at shooting at higher speeds, then that's fine. Challenger is pushing 33.95s at 95 foot-pounds of energy. Okay, Tim. Accuracy is key. Yeah, pest hunter. I don't care how fast it's shooting or what I'm shooting, as long as it's accurate, as long as where I'm aiming at. I don't care. Eddie, I mean, like I said, if you guys are happy at that, but it comes down to, can you literally, when you go pull up that gun, can a dime-sized group be shot out of that speed? That's what I come down to. And right now, guys, I mean, 4 turns in my Avenger right now is kind of too much for my liking, really. It is. It's way too much. I don't like it. It's accurate, but at the same time, I keep watching my pressure gauge on the other side of the gun. As I'm noticing, as I'm shooting, my pressure gauge is going down, which is fine, but it comes down to I don't really like that. I like to have an accurate gun, whether, shooting high speed or low speed. As long as it's accurate, that's all I'm looking for. Oh yeah, past 100 outdoors. I could, I just, it comes down to 2100 and 4 turns in right now. I could literally get about 3 mags out of it, 10 shot mags. So I could, if I was really attempting it. But depends on the day, depends on the weather. Colder the weather, you ain't gonna get that many shots. So it all depends. So what I do is this time of the year, I'm starting to find some backup tunes that I could go to and either one, get more shots, or two, find other tunes that are more accurate than what I was just currently using. That's who I am. I'm always out there finding some different tunes and stuff, and that's just something I like to do. Everybody believes in, oh man, once you sight in this, you leave. A lot of people do, but it comes down to if you sight it in with that tune that one day, and you get colder weather, it's going to change. It's not going to be the same. So that's where you got to kind of fluctuate a little bit on them. You got to find it in the warmer temps and then in the cooler temps. Our squirrel season starts in September. So the tune I'm on right now will work through all September. We're still warm. But as soon as October, November, or October and on, I gotta go to a different tune, because that tune that I was using in September is gonna change. It's not because of the projectile, it's because of the cooler temps balancing it out. So now I gotta go to my cooler tune where the temperature is dropping. So guys, something that, if you guys are down south of me, you guys probably have warm weather all year round, or in the 70s, 80s, so probably low 70s, maybe some low 40s. But up where I live, that's where I gotta find those other tunes. So it's something for you guys to try out. Cool mornings, yeah. See, we get cool. I mean, we usually about October is when we start getting the frost on the ground. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something more. I thought about it. I left out there. Your odds of eliminating out is better. Or better. Yeah, Tim. No, Tim, I had to go grab a gong that was sitting out there. Peanut butter. Oh boy, here we come again. Anybody else been discovering with the AEA guns? Been getting quite a bit of some word on them that a lot of people are having issues with them, which I thought about maybe doing a review on one. But recently, what I've been hearing was there's some ups and downs, and then Fox Air Power from Terry is really slacking, I guess, is what I heard, and he's putting it over there at the pellet shop for Ben to take over. So I don't know what's going on with AEA, but everybody that I've talked to that call Fox Air Power to get a return or get something fixed, Terry sends it over to the pellet shop, and Ben is so busy doing other things. So it sounds like AEA's customer service is kind of going down. What I heard, guys, don't take my word for it, but is what I've been hearing. And you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna want to get a gun that the customer service is slacking on. I emailed Fox Air Power a couple months ago, and he's never gotten back to me. So it sounds like is what I heard, guys, is Terry over there at Fox Air Power is really slacking, and he's transferring everybody to go talk to the pellet shop in New York. To Ben, I guess, is starting to take the issues that Terry just doesn't respond to. So I don't know what's going on there. If there's some type of arguing going on, or you know, I don't know, guys. I don't take my word for it, but that's what I've heard. So I don't know. James, I guess, did talk to him. James was sponsored by Terry from Fox Air Power, and he hasn't heard from him in a while, and he actually had a problem with a AA gun. So he contacted Terry because Terry sent him the gun, and come to find out that Terry transferred him over to the pellet shop, and ended up talking to Ben over there, and Ben's like, hey, I've never heard of you, blah blah, this and that, is, you know, come down to that. And I'm like, so guys, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I'm happy with what I have right now, but as of now, I am trying to get a AA gun to try out, but problem is, I'm not going to support a company that is not going to supply their customer service, which I understand, guys. These days are rough. A lot of companies could not get stuff in still as of today. And what I found out from James from Shoot to Kill Outdoors, I talked to him about it, and he said, yeah, his buddy had a AA Challenger 25, and the magazine's broke. Well, James sold his buddy that gun, so James contacted Terry at AEA, at Fox Air Power. Said, hey, I have a buddy of mine that's got your Challenger in 25, and his magazine's broke. So Terry said, nope, we don't have any magazines right now in stock. Go over to Ben at the pellet shop and talk to him. So James transferred all the info to his buddy that had the Challenger in 25, and he ended up calling the pellet shop. And Ben over there at the pellet shop said, hey, I don't know who told you about me. Something like that, where Ben said, no, I don't even have mags. So it's kind of like a balancing system there. So I don't know. Like I said, guys, I've heard some ups and downs with them. So same thing with FX. I've heard a lot of issues with FX air guns, that they're not repairing them and doing this. They're sitting on them. I still have my 25 Godzilla. Still, as of now, that hasn't even been repaired or fixed. I'm still, there's a 6 to 8 week period before I could even, if I was going to send in the 25 Godzilla Avenger tomorrow, I'd have to wait from tomorrow, that the day I ship it out, 6 to 8 weeks before I could even either, one, get that gun back, two, get a refund, three, get it brand new one. And it's like, I'm not going to wait 6 to 8 weeks, so I don't know, guys. I really don't know what's going on here. No, Tim, I do not. I don't even know who he is, Tim. Not to be mean, Eddie. But so, guys, I mean, that's my word on AA is as of now. I'm still trying to maybe look at one, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, Pest Runner, I don't know. 6 to 8 weeks. James STKO, his 22 Avenger broke last week. And he had me on the phone. I was talking to him. And he ended up, his cocking lever broke on it. And guys, this is sad about Air Venturi right now. With my problem is 6 to 8 weeks. Well, James ended up calling Air Venturi that next day to talk to them to see if maybe they could send him the replacement side lever and cocking or whatever. And no one picked up the phone. So it's kind of sad in my eyes that some of these companies, guys, are going down. And he called them today, I guess, or yesterday, or yeah, I think yesterday he called them. No one still picked up. So Then he's having problems with his Gotlet 30 cal, where it's leaking air. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the video. Umarex is going downhill too now. He called them to get send it back in, get a refund. The guy he talked to said, "What are you calling us for?" And he goes, "Hey, I'm calling you because I have the Umarex Gotlet 30 cal, and it's giving me problems. I'd like to send it in and get a refund." And they said, "No, why are you calling us? We're on our lunch break." He goes, "I'm the only one here. Everybody else is on lunch break." And he's like, "Well, you work for them. You're not going to sit there and um, help me out." And he's like, no, I can't. Ain't my problem." So guys, it's sad. That's the thing. Like a couple of years ago, these Umarax and Air Venturi, they're all about them. They're all about their customer service. Now it's like they're not picking up the phone, answering the customers' calls. Like I had a run around, and finally I talked to a guy over there at Air Venturi for the 25, but I kept calling every day and couldn't get a pickup. And I said, "Well, this is getting out of hand." So I just kept calling and calling and calling. Finally, I talked to a guy named Roger over there at Air Venturi, and he told me, it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks wait period. The day you ship it in or drop it off at a FedEx location, that doesn't include the 6 to 8 weeks. I said, "Nope." So, yeah, pest hunter, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it comes down to. It's not, they were pretty big a couple of years ago, but now it seems like all these companies are just going downhill. Such as my problem. And then James's problem with Umarex. So, I don't know. Yep, I think that's what it is. It's too many customers, not enough employees, which is sad. Well, pest hunter, that's the problem. Such as James is going to go and my gun to blow up. I did nothing wrong with it, and that's what Rogers told me. He said, "That sounds like it was nothing on your end." He said something internally went wrong, and he does believe that it was something internally that compressed and blew. Um, and then of course Umarex was like, "Oh, sorry, everybody else is on lunch break right now. I can't really help you out, and call tomorrow, I guess." or something like that. James was telling me, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And he was upset, and he's like, "I don't even want to do business with Umarex no more." He told me that too. So I don't know, guys. I guess be careful these days on what you order and what guns you're gonna buy. Look at their customer service and see if they're pretty good at it. Now, if you went out there and you bought a gun from Utah Air Guns, so what I heard, they're on it. They're on top of their calls and stuff like that. They'll respond right away. They'll pick up, answer your question, blah blah. Either one, have you send that item back in, or they'll go ahead and send you a replacement, and stuff like that. That's what I'm looking for. But you get these companies that are like Air Venturi and Umarex that don't really care about their customers, and they're just out there to make money and not actually answer the phone calls. What do you mean, pest hunter? How many technicians? Are you talking about Hatson or Air Venturi, or I don't know what you're talking about there. Hey guys, I'm not gonna say how much longer. I gotta get to bed pretty soon here. Yeah, Utah Air Guns guys, they're taking it over. They're like Pyramid Air, they're kind of going downhill. Airgun Depot's kind of going downhill, and all these other companies are kind of slacking. But Utah Air Guns is like boosting. Like, I don't know, it's not. I don't, it could be because they have more people working for them, but I don't know. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here. I gotta get to bed. I got a wedding to go to tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be live tomorrow night. Uh, Stuff like that. So that's why we made this Friday night live. So I gotta get off of here, and I got a busy morning tomorrow to go do something. So, anyways, guys, you all take care and be safe out there this weekend. So I'm still waiting for YouTube to do some stuff here. So with my channel. So yeah, but we're pushing along. Yeah, Jason, I will send me send me an email on Wednesday morning. Let me know for sure. So, all right, guys, take care. We're out of here watching AGEX'S Outdoors. We'll see you guys on the next one.